Pam McVitie from Camp Academy South Liverpool, and I'm here today with the fabulous Mandi Oliver, who's been training with me now for, what is it, 6 months, 7 months? Since March, yeah. And you probably get tired of hearing me bang on about how the system and the protocol and the training and the nutrition that we use works so well, and I thought you'd probably rather hear it from the horse's mouth, from someone who's been there, done it, knows what it's like, knows the highs, knows the lows, and you can probably just relate to that a little more, really. So, how much have you lost now in total?
2 stone.
And was that your goal when you came to camp? Or?
Well, my goal was I wanted to. I sort of kidded myself on the scales.
Yeah.
And I'd like go on the scales like I was going up to 9, 12, 9, 10. And then I used to take all my clothes off and try and kid myself. So
I think every woman will identify and do that thing where you just not quite standing on, maybe lifting one foot off, or
put it in that direction, or
leaning on the wall a little bit.
So what I wanted to do is, my first goal was to be 9 stone with my clothes on,
right,
and not fluctuate all the time. I wanted to be able to put my clothes on, no matter what I had on, jeans, anything, and stay at 9 stone. Before I got married, like 17 years ago, I was 8 stone 10,
right,
and that was sort of my ideal.
Yeah.
But now I'm 8 stone 2.
And I love those statuses about going through your clothes. It seems to happen now.
I've got 4 bin bags full upstairs,
ready to donate to the
ready to donate. Well, actually, no, I'm doing something different this time. I'm going to that cash for clothes to get myself some cash back.
Yeah. Have you done that before? Do you get a few quid back from that?
Well, the girl next door, you get about 50p a kilo, is it? So I reckon it'll be about 40 quid.
Oh God, that's
let's
pay for your next boot camp.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Something.
So what had you tried before?
Weight Watchers,
right,
and Slimmers World. Slimmers World sort of just didn't work for me. Weight Watchers I did a bit, and I liked that because I thought you could still have your cheats. You know, like a Galaxy or a Ripple or whatever.
Did you find that the weight you lost eventually you put it back on again?
I didn't feel like I really lost the weight, and then I don't exercise. I didn't exercise at all. I mean, I walk the dog. I used to do for years and years. I've done ballroom dance and Latin, and I sort of lost a bit of weight there, toned up a bit, but it wasn't proper body tone.
Yeah.
You know, all the flabby bits and stuff. And I had no shape.
And how did you feel about yourself before you came to camp?
Hated myself. No confidence at all. I just hated going shopping because I used to look at all clothes and I used to have to go and buy like a 14 boobs. I hated my boobs. I really did consider getting, not that they were massive, but I wanted a boob reduction because they made me look even bigger. Yeah. And I used to stand there and I used to lift them up and I'd go, oh look, alright, did you wear there?
Drastic measures.
I remember texting my friends, it sounds funny this, but I was like in the bath and you know you've got your chrome things at the front.
Oh yeah.
And I sat in the bath.
To yourself.
And I just was like, what the hell? It was horrible. I hated myself. Just didn't have any confidence at all.
So I mean,
in buying stuff, in wearing clothes.
Yeah, and so I suppose any occasion where you've got to actually dress up and look nice, it doesn't feel that way. It turns into more of a trial, really.
Yeah, because I used to go out and buy like size
shapeless things.
Tunics.
I mean, you're looking at you today. You've got like skinny jeans on, tight jumper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a massive transformation.
These are all size 8s now. Honestly, everything I own.
It must feel really good now to be able to go into a shop and think, I can have that, I can wear that, I can have that.
Yeah, I actually went out, when I went out last night, I bought a pair of like lace skinny trousers, black with like lace, size 8, and this like little jumper, sparkly jumper. And I walked in to the restaurant last night and 2 people come up to me who haven't seen me for a while, like my sister-in-law's sisters, and went, oh my God, it's not you. They went, where have you disappeared to?
And how did that feel?
I was like, Crazy.
That's
So
like really hard work,
what are you doing? I went into boot camp. And they were like, oh, well, you're eating this, you're eating that. I went, and they were saying to me, you run around the park like mad. I went, no. I said, there's no running involved. I said, because I'm not a runner.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That's one of the biggest misconceptions.
I can't do that type of exercise.
What made you decide to take, because it's, I mean, we're talking about you've never really exercised apart from doing ballroom, to go to jumping in the deep end and coming to the park at 6 o'clock in the morning. And March, I mean, it's not even like you started in the summer. I mean, March is still fairly chilly in the morning.
I know. Well, it was a friend of mine who was at your camp, and I saw her, and she just looked fab. And I done it for myself, really, because I just thought, I can't go on like this, feeling the way I did.
Yeah.
And I actually, when I phoned you, I did do it for myself. And I told you actually when I spoke to you, I was going to come in February, but I threw trainers out. I didn't even possess a pair of trainers. So I went and bought myself a pair of trainers, and I thought, I'm going to go. And the very first day, I was like, I was petrified. I was petrified.
Yeah.
And I looked at everybody around me who were like doing all kinds of exercises, burpees and all them. And I just went...
Stuff you didn't even know existed.
I didn't even know the words.
And now you can't imagine life without a burpee.
I know, I love them. It was just... And I've never... Look, then, when it started, I never thought I'd see myself where I am now. Never in a million years.
Yeah. And how were you after that very first session? They all couldn't sit down in the toilet,
couldn't sit down on the toilet now.
And
couldn't come downstairs.
How did you feel about that? Did you think, oh, this is not for me? Or did you think, I know I'm making change now?
No, I knew I was making change, and I liked that pain.
Yeah, because pain means change.
Yeah,
as I always tell you.
I did like that pain actually. And now when you don't get pain, you feel like you haven't worked hard
Yeah,
enough.
it's funny, isn't
and
it?
I hate yourself
how
for
you
that.
changed, how you progressed in 6 months. But it's not just the exercise. I mean, that's what I always tell people. You can't out-train a bad diet. And so it's also been the massive changes that you've made in the way you eat as well. I mean, obviously you're a prolific cook. You like to get in the kitchen and experiment and try things out. And, so obviously you've changed a lot the way you eat as well. How's that?
I mean, I haven't.
It's
fine. I do struggle sometimes, like with the bread business, because it's so easy in work.
That's the thing,
just to have a sandwich rather than. I can't eat cold meat. I like to have like meat hot stuff. So I sort of got onto things like the cauliflower rice and things like that. That's been and soups. So, but as far as the bread, I must admit I do have like 2 slices a week.
That's your cheat. You allow yourself.
Yeah, I do. It's normally
and you find if you allow yourself that 2 slices of bread a week, you can go the rest of the week then knowing that you've got that to look forward to.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then at the weekends, because we don't do camp on the weekend, but on a Saturday, I'll make myself do, even if it's just 10 minutes of exercise.
Yeah.
I haven't had pasta since I started in March.
And how do you feel in terms of your digestive system?
Yeah.
You can feel a difference in your digestive system,
Yeah. I mean, it is right when I do have them sandwiches. I only have 2 rounds of bread, but I do feel like my stomach is just going to go. But
and that's when you know that all the things that you're told at camp. You know, in some ways it's a good thing to do that because it reminds you why you don't do that anymore, why you don't eat like that every day, because you're slowing your digestive system down, and once that slows down, your metabolism slows down, and you feel horrible about yourself, you feel bloated.
You do, it's all true. And people in work are just amazed when they look at me, and I've spared on quite a few people in the office now who have started, not doing boot camps, but have started changing the way they're eating. They're coming to me, asking me, what are you eating? What are you doing that? And then the boss came over, he went, I can't believe you. He went, everyone is just going, what's Mandi eating? What's she doing? He went, you've got us all doing it. Now they're all booking themselves in to do marathons. They've all started training. One of the lads in work.
You'll have to have a burpee off in the office.
I know, we've talked about that. One of the lads in work, I gave him some exercises because he was going, what are you doing? So I just wrote a few down on the thing that he went to, I'll have a look on the internet. And he's on them. I can't believe the weight he's lost.
So you're like a guru.
And he's doing the half marathon in a couple of weeks' time. And just like that to him, you're wasting away. He went, you can talk. We're having this competition now. But
that's one of the things I like.
And it's just the same. I said, what? You went, I haven't had bread.
Yeah. It's a massive change. If you only make one change to give up bread. I mean, there's an expression, the whiter the bread, the faster you're dead, I think. And, that is
the number one thing I would say to do is to cut bread out of your diet. It's the easiest thing to do as well, really.
Yeah. I do feel.
What advice would you give to people who want to go down this route, then thinking about making a change?
I think they've got to go to the face. They've got to make the change with the food, even if it's just like day one. But you've got to give yourself a chance to try.
Yeah.
You know, you can try it and not like it. It mightn't be for you. But if you don't try, you're never going to know.
Never gonna know. And the one thing I love about camp, I think, is the sense of community that we've got there now as well, especially through the Facebook group. It's like it. It's just like,
I love it. I look. Sometimes I go, I hope it's raining tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do. I love getting up. I mean, it spares me on for the day. I think I've missed 3 camps since I've been
And how bad do you feel when you miss?
Hate it. Hate it, because it does set me up for the day. Like you go to camp at 6 o'clock, back home, showered, ready for work at 7:30.
And then it keeps you on the straight and narrow as well, because you don't want to undo all the good work.
Yeah, because you're thinking, well, I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah, no, that's
just
absolutely
got up at 6 o'clock and freeze my arse off to go and do that.
I think as well as people who, everyone turns up and trains together, but we're almost like a group of friends now as well.
Yeah.
You know, and that's,
and we
I
all
love the way
give each other
that
advice.
exactly, yeah. And you know, not everybody gets it right all the time, and some people have bad days and good days, and I think there's always somebody there that you can call on.
Yeah, but I don't think you wouldn't be human if you didn't have bad days.
Of course not. That's what makes the good days so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that's one of the biggest learning curves as a woman, and we've all done it. I've done it. I'm going to start Monday. Monday afternoon comes, you've already fallen off the wagon. I'm going to start again next Monday.
Yeah.
And before you know it, another month's gone by, you piled another stone on. I think it's that's what you learn from camp. It's that ability to, you know, draw a line and say, okay, I fell off the wagon, but I'm back on it tomorrow.
Well, that's what I like.
Or I'm back on it this afternoon.
When you say, you know, if you do fall off the wagon, you're only one good meal and a workout away from getting back on.
From getting back on.
And that, if it's one, you're thinking, I can do that.
Yeah. Could you imagine life with no camp now?
No. As I got told last night, I was obsessed with it. But the word is committed.
Committed, it is. Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today.
No,
and I'm glad to hear you're still enjoying it.
Love it.
And
I'm never going to give it up.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's what I like to hear. So I will bugger off and let you get on with the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thanks, Mandi. And thank you, Holly, as well. Little star of the video.